Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, April 20th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. We'd like to wish you a happy 420 day. See what I did there? All right, it is time for some news, so let's get right into it, shall we? An odd police report from down in Lothian. On Tuesday at about 9:30 a.m., police responded to a burglary in progress on Mullen Lane. The female resident said that she heard things breaking downstairs and a male voice that she did not recognize. The suspect fled before police arrived, and the woman's husband said he thought it was a relative that lived next door that committed the burglary. Now, while police were collecting the evidence, they heard a scuffle and they found the suspect assaulting the husband. The police learned that the suspect did return to the property and was confronted by the husband. So, the 22-year-old relative neighbor was arrested and charged. Yesterday, I took an extended walk and checked out the new crab facility on Back Creek, and I'll tell you, it is beautiful. Crab is the Chesapeake region accessible boating, and they provide adaptive boating for those with mobility issues. The city of Annapolis actually purchased a marina a couple years ago and has leased it to Crab for 40 years, and it's the only adaptive facility in the nation. The total cost to Crab was $6 million to build it, and it was done without any taxpayer funds. And their fleet includes 10 vessels, all adapted for those with mobility issues, and they can handle wheelchairs and more. A grand opening is scheduled for early May, and I'll tell you, this is one amazing asset for us right here in Anne Arundel County. As long as we're talking sailing, if you want to sail or maybe you sail and need a crew, Spin Sheet has you covered. As sailing season opens, Spin Sheet is hosting crew parties across the bay to connect sailors with mates and mates with sailors. Saturday is the first one at Marker 20 in Hampton, Virginia, and then Sunday in Solomons at the Southern Maryland Sailing Association. And finally, here in Annapolis on Sunday, April 30th, after the spring sailboat show at the Eastport Yacht Club. You want to check out spinsheet.com for more information and get all the details on these infamous, or maybe they're famous or infamous, maybe both. But you can get all the details at spinsheet.com. Tickets are selling at a brisk clip for the Annapolis Irish Festival. Now, the festival is a bit early this year. It's on May 6th, so it is coming up pretty quickly, and tickets are going to be limited. So if you want to get in on your Irish, grab some tickets now. We do have a code, AIF, the number 20, and then EYE. So it's AIF20EYE. That will save you 20% on all of your general admission tickets. Some awesome food, some awesome vendors, and of course, some awesome music from Gaelic Mishap, Gaelic Storm, Holdfast, Bastard Bearded Irishman, and more. There are also some VIP options for you as well. You want to head to abceventsinc.com to get those tickets. And remember, AIF20EYE saves you 20% on all those GA tickets you want to buy. All right, that's all I got news-wise. Podcast stuff up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight. We're going to speak with AACPS's very own soup, Dr. Mark Bedell. And next weekend, the week before Cinco de Mayo, Roxana, the owner of Caliente Grill, one of my favorites. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. All right, so now you just need to hang tight because we have George Young from DC MDVA Weather standing by with the only locally forecast weather report you will find. And of course, Trevor is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minute. All that coming up in just a bit.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, April 20th. Yesterday brought more sunshine and warmer temps for the Annapolis region, and it will get even warmer today and especially tomorrow before a little weekend rain and then a very noticeable cool down Sunday through at least Tuesday. Look for sunny skies today with light winds and PM highs in the low to mid 80s, with more sunshine expected tomorrow as highs climb into the mid to upper 80s with a chance that maybe a few spots hit the 90-degree mark across Anne Arundel County. As for the weekend, temps will be around 80 degrees Saturday, but clouds will be on the increase and some PM rain is expected as a cold front moves into the region from the west, with rain chances remaining through the overnight hours into Sunday morning before skies clear up Sunday as colder air moves in behind the front, with highs Sunday back down into the mid or upper 60s, with the outlook for the first half of next week being sunshine and cooler temps with low to mid 60s Monday and maybe mid 60s to lower 70s Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. Don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Did you get close to completing your college degree but dropped out during the COVID pandemic? Well, as a near completer, you may be eligible to receive money from the Maryland Higher Education Commission to finish your degree. Again, if you started your degree but for whatever reason never finished it, the Maryland Higher Education Commission has money to help you return to college and finish what you started. Go to mhec.maryland.gov and click on the Near Completer grant to learn more.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Earth Day is on Saturday, so look for events and cleanup meets around the area and at your local parks. I know there's some things happening at Quiet Waters, Downs Park, and Jug Bay Wetland Sanctuary, as well as Greenscape Annapolis celebrating their 31st year. Their focus is a city and community partnership for the beautification, cleanup, and planting in public spaces throughout the city. Also check out the Kick Gas Electric Vehicle Showcase at the first block of West Street, also on Saturday. And this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, check out the Eastern Shore Sea Glass and Coastal Arts Festival at the Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum in St. Michael's. And tomorrow through Sunday, the Muddy Creek Artists Guild is having their Artists on the Half Shell show and sale. On Tuesday at the Graduate Hotel in their Trophy Room bar, Profs and Pints returns to Annapolis with their talk titled Aboard the Webb Space Telescope at Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road. On Saturday, they're doing Learn to Crochet a Baby Blanket. On Monday, there's their Learn to Knit April sessions. And Tuesday is their Learn to Knit Socks workshop. And registration is open for their toy knitting class coming up in May. At the Willow Oak Flower and Herb Farm in Severn, Saturday they're making an Earth Day herb planter. At London Town Gardens down in Edgewater, tonight, check out their colonial cocktails with orange shrub and rum punch. And Saturday, they're making a mini pollinator garden. At Whole Foods in Annapolis, today their Half Pint Kids Club is doing Earth Day dirt pudding cups. Back to doing just their afternoon session now, rather than the 2 sessions they were doing before. Tomorrow they're doing Inside Out, nurturing your gut for optimal health. And then on Tuesday, their Half Pint Kids Club is doing fruity sun butter pitas. At Local Butter Design in Annapolis, both Saturday and Sunday, check out their monthly Annapolis Artisans Market, where you can check out some of the local artist shops, as well as purchase some fun gifts. At Art Farm in Annapolis, On Monday, their first exposure photography class continues, and their kids' spring classes also continue. Tonight, there's drawing and watercolor for ages 12 through 15. Saturday, there's experimental art for ages 9 through 12, as well as their kids' art school for ages 6 through 8. Then on Monday, they have their kids' art school evening session. Then on Wednesday, there's their junior kids' art school for ages 9 through 12. And registration is open for more classes coming up soon, including beat making, as well as mixed media for introverts. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Discovery's the Library at the Mall has their Lego Build and Create monthly challenge. Saturday, Crofton is doing Ask a Master Gardener. Bush Annapolis is doing Recycle and Reuse Earth Day crafting. Crofton has Women in STEM. And Odenton is building a bug house. On Tuesday, Savannah Park has Stitchin' in the Stacks, where you can join fellow crafters with your needlework. Maryland City has their tiny 3D art showcase and reception, making small 3D masterpieces no bigger than 4-inch by 4-inch by 4-inch. And Wednesday, Glen Burnie has their STEAM Club. And this week, the Patuxent Lapidary Guild members will be up at the 32nd Annual Chesapeake Gem, Mineral, Jewelry, and Fossil Show at the Howard County Fairgrounds. Stop by and check out their work, and also ask how you can get into gem cutting. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, Tuesday is our monthly general meeting, where you can stop by and check out the shop and meet some of our members. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.